Good Thursday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to what's making news, let's take a look outside our weather window from this afternoon. And boy, it was really a nice winter day. We saw some sunshine today. Temperatures warmed up as we looked down from our Omi Gardens Sky-Fi tower camera at parts of Wenatchee. And yeah, we did have a low cloud bank along the Cascades and lots of snow in the passes today. But all in all, a pretty nice day here in north central Washington. But snow is not done with us yet. We could see localized heavy bands of snow and brief bursts of snow. That's Friday right through Sunday. And remember, winter driving conditions, especially if you're heading home on Sunday. And then next week, look out. We have an Arctic air blast, an Arctic cold air blast headed our way. Where Monday right through New Year's Day, we're only going to see highs in the teens with single digits for lows and maybe even below zero. We'll talk more weather coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. A Wenatchee man is charged with drug possession with intent to sell after allegedly carrying more than 1,500 fentanyl pills and a supply of heroin. A Malaga man has admitted to sexual contact with a dog and pleaded guilty yesterday to animal cruelty. And a 49-year-old Moses Lake man will serve 35 years in prison for opening fire on 4 ATF agents in 2019. But first, our top story tonight. A 25-year-old Moses Lake man was arrested Wednesday for rape of a child after DNA evidence determined he was the father of an 11-year-old girl's baby. Richard Jensen Jr. was booked into the Grant County Jail on 2 counts of first-degree rape of a child. Grant County Sheriff's Deputy Kyle Foreman said Child Protective Services notified the Sheriff's Office October 22nd of a pregnant 11-year-old girl. Foreman said the girl told detectives Jensen was the father, and when he was interviewed, he reportedly admitted to sexual contact with the girl. Once the baby was born, DNA samples were collected and sent to the Washington State Patrol Crime Lab, which established Jensen was the father. On Wednesday, detectives arrested him without incident. A Wenatchee man is charged with drug possession with intent to sell after allegedly carrying more than 1,500 fentanyl pills and a supply of heroin. Wenatchee police arrested 39-year-old Justin Michael Embry in a traffic stop on December 9th. A search of his vehicle allegedly found 1,586 fentanyl pills plus about 19 grams of heroin. Fentanyl is a powerful and addictive pain reliever. The large amounts allegedly involved led Chelan County prosecutors to charge Embry with 2 counts of possession with intent to distribute. He faces trial in March. A Malaga man has admitted to sexual contact with a dog and pleaded guilty yesterday to animal cruelty. 61-year-old Porfirio Urostegui entered a plea in Chelan County Court to a single count of the crime. He was originally charged with 2 counts in April after Wenatchee Valley Animal Control allegedly found video of him committing the act. Animal control officers seized 9 dogs from his property during the investigation. In exchange for his plea, Urostegui faces a possible sentence of 2 months in jail and a court order prohibiting him from owning or caring for any animal for the rest of his life. He's scheduled for sentencing on January 12th. A 49-year-old Moses Lake man will serve 35 years in prison for opening fire on 4 ATF agents in 2019. Patrick Elliott Pearson was convicted of assault, drug conspiracy, and related charges for the incident in which he fired several rounds from a shotgun while federal agents served a warrant at his home in May Valley. Pearson also wounded himself in an apparent suicide attempt before his capture. Authorities seized more than 15 ounces of heroin in the raid. Pearson and a partner operated a heroin and methamphetamine ring that peddled drugs throughout Grant County. Well, coming up next, Link Transit has a bigger budget and big plans for expanding its routes going into the new year. We'll tell you about it. We'll catch up with the Brave Warrior Project in Wenatchee, which works to eliminate barriers for children with disabilities or chronic illnesses. And we'll bring you the sounds of the season from Leavenworth. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Traditional values and innovation in honoring the life of each family we serve is part of the ministry of Heritage Memorial Chapel. Our staff is committed to walk with your family with compassion through this time of grief. We are here to help and here to serve, the right kind of help when you need it most. Heritage Memorial Chapel.
Happy holidays from your friends at Wenatchee Powersports. Come in today and check out our inventory of Polaris snowmobiles, accessories, and apparel. We also carry a large selection of snow gear from FXR, Climb, BCA, and more. The entire Wenatchee Powersports team is dedicated to keeping our inventory stocked as we continue to provide a level of customer service that's second to none. From dirt bikes and utility vehicles to snowmobiles and watercraft, we have you covered for every season. Your adventure begins here at Wenatchee Powersports.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Welcome back. In another news, Link Transit has a bigger budget and big plans for expanding its routes going into the new year. The Wenatchee Valley Public Bus Agency approved a $21.7 million budget last week that amounts to a 12% increase, thanks in part to strong sales tax revenues. Next year, Link will begin the expansions recommended in its comprehensive plan, including more frequent service between Wenatchee and East Wenatchee, express service between Leavenworth and Wenatchee, and more destinations along its routes. Link executives say ridership declined during the pandemic, but has started to bounce back, and expanded routes will help keep pace with the area's growing population. Since 2017, the Brave Warrior Project in Wenatchee has worked to eliminate barriers for children with disabilities or chronic illnesses. The Brave Warrior Project operates out of the former press room of the Wenatchee World on Mission Street. Executive Director Erica Moshe told Wake Up Wenatchee Valley's Dan Kuntz that the program has been embraced by the entire community.
So when we started our organization, the Brave Warrior Project, there was one other organization called Parent to Parent, and it provided support for families that had children with disabilities. And that was the only thing available here locally that we are aware of. And so when we started, we only had that one support, and there were very limited therapies with year-long wait lists. And so we really focused on what the families wanted and needed to thrive and raise these children. And so we worked to eliminate those barriers, and we kept our mission a little bit broad because there's so much need and so much work to be done here in our community and for these kids. But one of the things that we're working really hard on is building an inclusive community, and there's so much need that our efforts are focused on not just this space, but also working with our community businesses and members to allow and accept our kids to come into their environments and participate. Our kids want the same things that every kid wants. They want to be able to rock climb. They want to be able to swim. We live by a big body of water, and they're so receptive and kind when we approach them with our idea. So they've really been receptive. They want to work with us. They do what they can to offer the programs, and we work with them to just make sure they have what they need and the tools that they need to offer it safely. So we do a lot of training with individuals and partners. We just kind of meet them where they are, and we work to be able to offer those programs and services, and it makes our community bigger and better, and it allows our kids to get out there and have opportunity for the social, the play, the recreation, and so it's really exciting.
It's a great program. And as we go to break, several musicians from Leavenworth, also known as we know, Christmastown, USA this time of year, joined in to create the song Merry Christmas from Leavenworth. With music and lyrics by Eric Link, this video of the performance was produced by Jamie Howell of Howl at the Moon Productions. Enjoy and Merry Christmas.
Sacred light, friends and family holding tight. Gifts we bring like long ago, making the memory new.
And all of the colors in Christmas tree gleam help with the magic this holiday brings. And I close my eyes and hear the call for peace on earth and goodwill to all.
A Merry Christmas, a Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Silent night, holy night, shepherds quaking at the sight. Friends and family draw near, making this time so deep.
All of the colors the Christmas tree brings help with the magic this holiday brings. I close my eyes and heed the call for peace on earth and goodwill to all.
Oh, Merry Christmas,
A Merry
Christmas to you and your family. A Merry Christmas,
A Merry
Merry Christmas to you
and your
and your family. Happy holidays, guys. Good night. Take it easy.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas from Leavenworth.
You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Please stay with us.
At D.A. Davidson in Wenatchee, they believe your investment success begins with a personalized plan. A plan that is the roadmap you need to navigate your way to living your best years in retirement. D.A. Davidson can help you create a plan so you can take the time to enjoy the finer things in life. Let the financial advisors at D.A. Davidson help chart your retirement future today.
What is home? A place to gather, a place to grow, provide shelter for the ones we love, eat, drink, restore, build trust. It's a place to rest when the workday is done, a place to find quiet after a night of good fun. What an honor we have at Guild to help own, finance, create, pave the way to live in home.
You love to help others. You need a solid career. You can have it all with help from Charter College. Our 10-month medical assistant program prepares you to work in healthcare settings like physician offices, rehab centers, and clinics. You'll learn to take patient vitals, assist with exams, administer injections, and maintain medical records. When you're ready to launch a rewarding healthcare career, visit chartercollege.edu because we work to get you to work.
And welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. Well, each week here on the NCWLIFE Evening News, NCWLIFE's Rachel Mandelis introduces us to a new pet available for adoption at the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. This week, meet Crystal the dog.
This week on Pause for Pets, Jenny introduces us to an affectionate dog named Crystal.
So this is Crystal. Crystal's about 4 years old. She could best be described as probably like your perfect couch potato type of dog with a touch of zoomies. She loves to go outside in a secured backyard, have the zoomies, play a little fetch, and then come in and snuggle. We call her our lap dog here at the shelter because she comes into my office, and what Crystal loves the most is affection from her humans. Crystal's a little bit of a challenge in the sense that she needs a no cat, critter, or other dog home. She's looking for her person that just wants to be her perfect companion. She is so incredibly loving and affectionate. She can't be around other dogs or critters. They stress her out too much. So she's just looking for somebody to provide a really safe home for her, where she can just be loved, have lots and lots of attention, lots of treats. She loves soft blankets and cuddle time, right? She's just the best.
If you are interested in meeting and adopting Crystal, the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society is located at 1474 South Wenatchee Avenue and is open 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. and closed 1:30 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. for quiet hour. Give them a call at 509-662-9577 or visit their website at wenatcheehumane.org.
All right, time now for a quick check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. Today we warmed up finally, unofficially 34 degrees, a couple of degrees above finally where we should be at 32. Record high was 46 in 2013, low temperature 21, and that's also pretty much in the ballpark where we should be for this time of year. It was a cold one though, back in 1983, 15 below our record low temperature. 7:46 sunrise this morning and the sun set this afternoon at 4:14. Let's jump right into our surface loop. Mostly clear skies overnight. We will see some clouds during our evening hours. This is the weather maker right here just off the coast of British Columbia, and that will slide down just a little bit to the southeast, and that could make for a little bit of snow shower activity, especially Christmas Eve morning tomorrow. Mostly cloudy in the afternoon then for Christmas Eve with high temperatures mainly in the low 30s, a lot like today. And then for your Christmas Day, here it is, that low pressure area not moving much, a 50% chance of snow on Christmas Day, and it won't be too bad temperature wise with highs once again in the lower 30s. As we get you into Sunday, the area of low pressure just slides a little south. That means we could still see some lingering snow, and it's going to cool off a little, highs in the upper 20s. And then look out on Monday, partly cloudy skies and cold. Here's the area of high pressure bringing all of that cold air right down into Washington State. Upper teens for highs on Tuesday. We're talking lows in the single digits. And as we get you into the end of the forecast on Wednesday, yeah, we're going to see sun, but it's not going to feel like it's warming us up much with highs on Wednesday only in the mid to upper teens. Let's take a look now at that 7-day forecast. 23 overnight tonight, maybe a morning snow shower for Christmas Eve, and 33. Cloudy on Christmas Day. Merry Christmas. A 50% chance of snow. And look at this cool down then as we make our way through next week. 18 Monday, 17 on Tuesday, and by Wednesday, 16 for a high and 2 degrees for an overnight low. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Campfire North Central Washington, serving youth ages 3 to 18. Register today in one of Campfire's programs. Club members meet regularly with volunteer leaders to learn responsibility, sharing, cooperation, and citizenship. When a child is involved in Campfire, they will be actively learning and engaged in activities, encouraged to learn new skills, feel a part of the group, learn to work in a team setting, participate in planning, goal setting, and making lasting memories.
A new novel is now available at Amazon.com. The title, Lost Treasure of the China Bar, details life on the Columbia River and Plateau during the 1800s. You ask, is the treasure still buried somewhere near Chelan? Find out by reading Lost Treasure of the China Bar.
Lost Treasure of the China Bar. Buy it on Amazon.com. $12.99 for paperback, $2.99 for Kindle. A great gift.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Thursday to you. We'll start things off with a look at the Les Schwab men's college basketball scoreboard. The 25th ranked Texas Tech Raiders manhandled Eastern Washington 78-46. In fact, the Red Raiders scored more in the first half, 50 points, than the Eagles scored for the entire game, 46. Eastern led by the 10 points of Rylan Bergerson in the loss. An unfortunate theme is emerging in the early season for the Washington State men's basketball team, and that's giving up leads in the second half. Such was the case again last night. WSU squandered a 5-point halftime lead, fell to Boise State 58-52. Coach Kyle Smith says it's tough to win when his team went 5.5 minutes to start the second half without scoring.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a run as much as we really didn't score. When I say we didn't score, I mean we didn't score. So they got transition. They got a couple transition in that stretch. They got in the low post, but what did they shoot second half? 36 and 25. So, and then they got to the foul line. They made the free throws. So I don't think they're a tremendous foul shooting team. And they I think Kigab is career 58%. He went 9 for 11. So, like I said, credit him for doing that. That's what you got to do to win games.
Tyrell Roberts came off the bench to lead Washington State with 16 points, while Andrzej Jakumovski had 11 points and 12 rebounds. Washington State has lost 5 of its last 8 games after a 5-0 start. Smith was asked about how he gets his team out of this rut.
I don't know if it's a rut. We haven't done anything yet, period. We've had, 2 years here, we've had 500 a year and 1 game over 500. So everyone has this, sorry to the narratives, like, oh, you guys are good. I'm like, I'm not sure what you're basing it on. All right, and that's what our team needs to hear. Like, you are what your record is, Bill Parcells. So we're 8-5. We'd like to be better. We've been poor in close games. That's evident. And we're either going to break through and get tougher and win some of these, or we'll fold. And historically, we haven't been. So we'll get better. But it's nice to have an expectation because I think people have talked about us. And I guess we've earned it through articles, not playing. You know, that's why I don't get into the social media stuff and that. And I don't know if our guys do. I know it's hard not to, but it's like we are who we are. We're 8-5. We lost tight games, and we got to find a way to get better. And shooting the ball we do is not going to get it done.
Cougars off until next Wednesday when they'll host Washington. Turning to the women's schedule for today, Eastern Washington hosts Portland State in Big Sky play. That's at 6 o'clock on ESPN+. Well, there were very few games in the prep schedule yesterday, but let's go ahead and check the Les Schwab scoreboard. First at the Giesa Winter Shootout, Wenatchee got 12 points each from Camden Lloydhammer and Trent Goodell to down Prosser 39-35. Etihad boys had a rough go of it against the Coyotes in Kittitas. as they topped the Tigers 60-20. Linnea and Ileana Moran combined for 52 points to lead Hanford over Prosser 73-46 on the girls' side of the Geesa Winter Shootout. Other girls play. Kittitas eased past Elliott by a final of 50-22. Couple of games on the tap today. Quincy hosting Royal, the Knights, and the Jackrabbits in a girl-boy doubleheader. That was earlier today. We'll get those scores for you passed along on our website. Well, as the Seahawks have a shortened week to recoup from Tuesday's loss to the Rams, and as they prepare for Chicago, Pete Carroll finds himself in unfamiliar territory. His team will finish under 500 for only the second time in his 12 seasons in Seattle. Much speculation has been made in the national media about his future leading the Seahawks. He was asked Wednesday if he's worried about losing his job.
I'm in good shape, and feeling fine about where we are. We're just battling for these games right now. That's all we're doing. There's no conversation about anything, and there's no really no concern about anything past getting through this thing right here and getting back to the game plan that's hurried this week, and that's it. There's no time spent on it. There's no conversations. We're just digging in every day and doing the work that we do, and so that's all I can help you with on that one.
The perplexing thing for Carroll and his staff is that they basically have the same team that went 12-4 last season and won the division. He says it basically comes down to third down.
Yeah, it has been frustrating because we feel like we have parts that can get this done, but the consistency just hasn't been there. There's been a real common theme, and that's been that third down stuff that's been a factor. When we moved it really well last night, we were doing it on first and second down. We were chunking a little bit, and the rhythm was really good, and we ran the ball well in the mix of it, and so we can see it. Like we talked last week, we really felt the rhythm of it and the balance of it that we'd like to see was really present, but we just saw it in spots, last night. Now, it's a really good defense we played, a really good team and all that. They have something to say about it, but regardless of all of that, it has been frustrating, because what's happened on defense is we're keeping the scores in control here. We're doing a really nice job in that regard, and I would like to take advantage of that in these wins, by holding these games right in the area where we're 13 points or something like that, 15, 16 points. We're capable of doing that for a whole game, and there's not very many teams that are doing better scoring-wise than we are, but because we've been on the field a lot, both sides, contribute to that defense and offense. It hasn't balanced out like our winning formula has over time, and so and it really feels like it's execution, and that's troubling because we work really hard at that stuff, and it's really important to us. We continue to take care of the ball, those kinds of things that give you a chance to be really good. We're one of the tops in the NFL about not giving the ball up, but that's a huge factor for us in winning, and it hasn't come through for us like we want, and we need to get the ball more on the other side. So, there's a lot of stuff, but it has been frustrating. Heck yeah. And so we go back to work and see if we can clear it up a little bit and get a little bit better.
Seattle will host the 4-10 Chicago Bears Sunday at Lumen Field at 1:05 on Fox. That's a look at sports news. We're going to take the day off tomorrow. Hope you and yours have a very Merry Christmas, safe and sane weekend. We'll be back here to gathered around the television set again on Monday. One thing that I am thankful for that I receive as a gift every day is I get a chance to come in here and work with some incredible people. So I am thankful for that. I know it's not Thanksgiving, but I like to give thanks during any holiday that comes up. So thanks to our crew. Thanks to everybody else. Hope you have a good weekend, and we'll see you again here on Monday. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Eric. Same goes to you. And now we'll check in with Dan Kuntz quickly for a look at what's coming up Monday morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
No. I'm not doing anything right now. Yeah. How you doing? You ready for Friday night? Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, too. How's the missus? Great. Oh, Santa, I got to go. I'm sorry, Santa. I'm still on. I got to go, Santa. I'll talk to you soon. Didn't know we were recording the promo. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. I'll see you Monday. Back to you.
Merry Christmas, Dan. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. As Eric mentioned, we're lucky enough to have Christmas Eve off, so there'll be no evening news tomorrow. We'll be back on Monday. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us, and have a great weekend and Merry Christmas.